when I was talking about the HHO, and I was also talking about, you keep hearing stories about people who have these gas explosions, and often there is no there's no mention of what caused the explosion, because they often don't know. And well, I woke up today and I saw this video in my news feed, and it's literally just on YouTube. It came out on the Daily Telegraph, and the date is 8th of August 2022, and that's literally the very next day. So I needed to, well, I just thought it's important to cover this, because there's so many stupid people. I mean, I don't mean to insult anyone, but there are people that go in half-cocked and they just do not understand the dangers. Now, I am not saying that this explosion is related to HHO. I mean, it says in the newsfeed, they don't know the cause, right? Well, usually that's because they haven't found evidence of the gas itself, as in the pipe gas that comes into the home, as being the cause, because it may be that there was no gas. They might not have had gas supplied to the house. So they say they don't know the explanation, because they clearly don't know what caused it, which means it kind of makes me think that maybe somebody was messing around with gas, or even HHO experimentation, because most people don't even advertise the fact that they're playing around with that kind of thing. Now, what's sad and is heartbreaking is the fact that a child is dead because of it, and the whole house has been completely obliterated. I mean, it's gone. The house is completely gone. So you just can't emphasize enough the dangers. Now, I just wanted to cover this a little bit, because if you are somebody that's an inventor, or you're experimenting with HHO gas, for example, there's so many YouTube videos on the internet, but most of them are combined gas. They're actually they're combining the oxygen and the hydrogen together. That is a recipe for disaster. That is asking for trouble, because let me explain that a little bit more, because I felt I needed to do that. When you combine HHO gas, hydrogen gas, and oxygen in the same vessel, as in the same container, you have a bomb, right? Because if that pipe, if you've got a pipe attached, or it doesn't, whether it's a pipe or not, and if that is ignited, the explosion will travel along the pipe into the vessel that's producing it, and the whole thing will blow up. But if you separate the oxygen and the hydrogen into separate containers or down separate pipes, if the oxygen is in one vessel and the hydrogen in another vessel, you need both for it to be explosive, because you can't, well, hydrogen won't burn without oxygen, right? Oxygen won't burn without some other combustible gas. So by separating the two gases, you are basically giving yourself an 80 to 90% insurance that you're not going to blow yourself up, right? But as soon as you combine the gases, you've got a bomb. Can't even say the word without probably getting shot down. But you know what I mean? You've got something that's dangerous, very dangerous. So I just wanted to do a little bit of a rant on that, because there's always somebody out there that doesn't think about this, and there's many different ways of making the gas. Obviously, you want to do it the safe way, which is a split system. And the split system, basically, one electrode. Well, I posted a link in the previous live stream. Go and watch that guy. He knows what he's talking about. I'll try and put the link in here again. But you've got to use a barrier, a liquid barrier, water barrier of some kind, to prevent flashover. And you also got to not store large quantities of gas. Don't store it. I mean, don't have something like a 1 litre jar or something that's storing a large amount of gas. That's bad. Basically, it should be just in time, or JIT, or on demand. So he basically provided the gas that you needed on demand for, say, a petrol engine, for example, or a blowtorch or something. You don't produce large quantities. You basically don't store it, right? So you don't have a storage medium, as in a jar or a large jar that contain over, say, a few milliliters. So you only, if anything, you want something like that only has a small storage area for about a few milliliters. That way you minimize the chance of anything bad happening. So anyway, I just thought I'd give a bit of a rant about that, because the actual news article, you'll have to go. I'll try and post a link in the description when I finish this live stream. I'll put a link to this news article and you can go and watch it. But it's sad. It's extremely sad that a child has died because of somebody's ignorance. Now, I'm not, as I said, I don't know for certain. I don't know if it was somebody experimenting with HHO, but usually when they come out at the end of the news article and they said they don't know the cause, it usually is because somebody was doing something abnormal or something that's not common, as in experimentation with something. It could have been a butane explosion for all we know. We don't know. But the results are the same. Whether or not you're experimenting with HHO and oxygen, or even if you're messing around with butane, it doesn't make any difference. It's all gas is explosive and all gas is dangerous. So yeah, and as I say, we don't know what happened here, but this isn't just destroyed this household. It's also affected all the neighbours in the area. You can go and watch it on the news. So anyway, I've had my rant. I just wanted you to understand, if you're somebody out there that's planning on working with HHO or any kind of gas system, you need to basically, well, don't install things unless you get qualified people, qualified personnel who know about gas. That is my advice generally, is you shouldn't be messing around with something you don't understand. We're talking about something that's it's science, it's chemistry. If you don't know about chemistry, you shouldn't be playing around with it, right? Or at least, at the very least, you should get some serious advice from somebody that knows what they're doing, right? Because it's other people's lives that are in danger. You know, you're putting not just yourself, but you're putting everyone around you in danger. And there's a child that's dead now because of somebody's stupidity. Anyway, that's it. I've had my rant. Bye for now.